Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Now, with the competition heating up in the executive sedan space, the Maruti Suzuki Ciaz has been given a comprehensive facelift and also a powertrain upgrade. Let's take a look.
The Suzuki Ciaz came out in 2014, and a little while later it made the journey from the regular Maruti Suzuki dealerships, which are called the Arena now, to the more premium Nexa outfits. But if you were to walk into a Nexa dealership in 2017, you'd have realized that this executive sedan didn't have a kit that was as premium as some of the hatchbacks that it shared its showroom space with. But all that is set to change now, for what we have with us here today is the much-awaited midlife makeover of the Ciaz. The makeover is typical: redesigned bumpers, grille and lights. The front bumper has been given a beefier sculpting and plenty of chrome. The grille, which now looks a bit like Kia's pattern, creates a seamless bridge between the headlights. I like the redesigned headlights, and they now come with daytime running lights and self-leveling automatic LED headlamps on the top trims. The twin slat detailing of the previous tail lights has evolved into two translucent bars over the conventional bulb to mimic the effect of LEDs. And the design looks quite nice to me. The detailing of the bumper hasn't changed by much though, save for the chrome garnish. In fact, there's plenty of chrome all around the car, and that can be a bit polarizing. The Ciaz is also the yardstick or an example of the best that Maruti Suzuki has to offer in terms of fit and finish. And in that sense, I would have liked soft touch plastics now to go with its premium positioning. But speaking of premium, you have these forward inserts. I'm not a big fan of them, but I know there are many of you out there who will appreciate it. I really like the matte finish on the other panels. They're not fingerprint magnets, so they don't get dirty or they don't look as dirty very easily. What I particularly like is the new instrumentation. It's got a soothing blue backlight to it. It's got a new multi-input display. It's a 4.2-inch screen. It's full color, and I really like the UI on it. It looks quite premium. It was always a comfortable cabin. The seats were quite accommodating both at the front and at the back. The leg space and the headroom has always been quite good as well. So overall, the cabin is a small step forward, but a good step forward. The equipment remains pretty much unchanged, which means you get rear AC vents, climate control, a touchscreen infotainment system, and a sweet-sounding audio unit. The updates to the interior and the exterior design seem well thought of and impart the Ciaz a more premium and upmarket vibe. But the bigger news is under the hood of the car. The headline for the Ciaz, of course, is the new 1.5-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, which puts out about 105 PS of power and 138 Nm of torque, which is punchier than the 1.4-litre petrol unit that it replaces. The new engine also trumps the outgoing 1.4-litre unit by having lowered the frictional losses and overall CO2 emissions. Classified as the K15B, it still belongs to the K series of engines from Suzuki and will soon be seen in other Suzuki vehicles like the upcoming Ertiga. The petrol engine can be had with two transmission options. You have a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic like before. For the latter, it's a torque converter, and frankly, it's starting to show its age now. It's an old gearbox, and especially out on the highway, it does take a little while to respond to your throttle inputs when you want to pull overtakes at highway speeds. In the city, it's fairly easy to live with, but the best way to enjoy this engine, the best way to enjoy its increased power and torque is with the manual transmission. I further like the manual transmission for its short throws and light clutch operation. The engine has a strong pull between the 2500 to 5000 RPM mark. It potters around town with ease and cruises at 100 km an hour at a fairly relaxed 2500 RPM. Acceleration from standstill doesn't feel as exciting as the 1.6-litre petrol engine that we had in the erstwhile Baleno sedan, but it certainly feels more eager than the outgoing 1.4 that the Ciaz had. The petrol engine is also mated to the mild hybrid system now, or like Maruti likes to call it SHVS, or like Overdrive likes to call it Shivs. But this is a mild hybrid system which aims at improving the fuel economy. It's not like a typical micro hybrid system, which is just a start-stop. This also gets regenerative braking. There is an integrated starter generator, and you have this little nice display in the new instrumentation which shows you when the assist in function. So basically, the petrol engine, it comes with two battery packs. The second battery pack is the one that is used for assist. The latter is a lithium-ion battery pack. so it doesn't take as long to charge up. It charges up quickly under acceleration. It will provide you a little bit of assist. There's no coasting function to it, so when you're coasting or cruising on the highway, there's no real assistance from the integrated starter generator. However, at city speeds, it improves the low-end torque by giving you that little bit of assistance. And every time you're on brakes or every time you decelerate, it has regenerative braking, which essentially means that it quickly charges up that lithium-ion battery pack. In comparison, the diesel also gets the mild hybrid. However, it doesn't get two different batteries. It still relies on its conventional battery. And because that battery takes a little while to charge up, we are told that when you're driving the car at night, when you need your headlamps and all electrical systems to be working, the mild hybrid system is completely deactivated on the diesel. That doesn't happen on the petrol. So the advantage of this is that even with a petrol engine, you get a very good fuel economy. The safety net for the Ciaz features ESP and the hill hold assist functions on the automatic variants, while the standardized kit comprises of ABS, dual airbags, ISOFIX child anchorage and seatbelt reminders for the front seats. We never really had complaints on the ride quality of the Ciaz, and that doesn't change with the update either. Maruti has made a few tuning changes to the suspension. There's no big change overall to the suspension setup. It still handles quite well. It still takes on potholes and undulations in the road surface quite well. However, we are driving on the smooth highways in and around Bangalore, so can't really comment on that. So more on that with the road test. In a nutshell, the Ciaz, which was a lovely city slicker, is now a more able highway cruiser too, thanks to the new engine. The updated design makes its case stronger by imparting a more premium poise to the car, and these attributes make it a compelling package.